Okay, so in this video we're going to go ahead and tackle the many-to-many. I'm just graying out my one-to-many, which was done in the last video. Now in this one we're going to tackle this guy, the many-to-many. And here's an important point that we have to make before we talk about how we're going to deal with this. There's no such thing as a many-to-many relationship in reality. It's okay to have one on a model, on a logical model, but you cannot make one in a database. It's just physically impossible. And so what we have to do is break this down or eliminate this many-to-many by converting it into two one-to-many relationships. So what we'll have to do excuse me, is add an intersection table. This is like a middleman table that is going to be used to kind of, resolve this many-to-many so we can eliminate this line completely. So I'm just going to plop a new entity into my model here, and I have to give it a new name, right? And if you're at a loss, you can always do like a hybrid type of thing. You can do student underscore course, for example. I'll do like a hybrid of the two names. It's almost like two parent entities are, making a baby entity. So you do a hybrid of the two parent names. Okay, and then the primary key of this new entity is going to be a composite key of the two parent primary keys. Okay, so we have student ID and course ID. And so we're going to do a composite key. A composite key is again, like, where the primary key is made up of two or more columns. So in this case, let me see if I can duplicate this. And, well, I don't know about, yeah, I guess that's okay. Let me get rid of some of these. This might look all right. I don't know about that line, if that would, yeah, I thought maybe I could get rid of them. No, I can't. Okay, so we will change these here. So we have student ID. And every column should have a data type, and this one is no exception. And we talked about, now this is going to be a foreign key. It originates in the student table. You think of the word foreign originating from somewhere else. So this is indeed a foreign key. It's also part of the primary key. You can be both at the same time. So, we talked about this in the previous two videos, how you're never, ever, ever going to do an identity or auto number type on a foreign key. So we're not doing it here. It'll just be a plain integer. And I do have to designate that this is a foreign key. Now here, the PK is taking up the space. You want to leave that. So I think I'll definitely have you do the foreign key over on the right here. But definitely mark it as a foreign key. Again, I want to know that you know that it's a foreign key. So let's do the same with the course ID. Course ID. Okay, once again, never identity or auto number in this case. It's going to be a foreign key. Just a plain integer. Okay, and I will mark it as the foreign key. Okay, so now my intersection table is in place, and the next thing we do is convert this to two one-to-many relationships. And basically, the crow's toes, the crow feet have got to touch the intersection table. Never forget that. The crow's feet will touch the intersection table, because I'm going to add some new lines here. So it's on the parent side. The cardinality is on the parent side. Where is it? This is the line I want, this one. We use this line a lot. The cardinality is on the parent side. Let me make this black here. Okay, so maybe I'll do two. I'm going to copy that and paste it. So I've got two, because I'm going to need two. We're doing one-to-many relationships. The cardinalities on the parent side are going to be the hash. Okay, so let's see if I can. It's going to be awkward trying to connect this in any kind of, okay, I guess that'll work. Okay. So the cardinalities on the parent side are going to be hash. Okay, the two hash marks. And then, as I said, the crow feet have got to be touching the intersection table. So I'm going to connect that there. Hopefully that'll look okay. Okay. And then this one, again, you know, the hash hash on the parent side. Let's see if I can, yeah, it's going to look weird, but okay, fine, whatever. Hash hash on the parent side, and then the crow's feet are going to touch the intersection table. Okay, these are actually, I typically, I'm not too strict about this, but like a typical relationship line like this should be dashed. And, but these, your lines leading to your intersection table will always be solid, because a solid line indicates an ID-dependent relationship or an identifying relationship, and that is in fact what we have here, where the primary key of the parent side is at least part of the primary key of the child side. That's an identifying relationship. So in any case, the very last thing to do here is to get rid of this line. I went to all the work to, you know, break down that relationship. So finally, don't forget that last step is deleting that many-to-many line. There should be no many-to-many lines or double crowfoot lines like this one in a physical model. Your goal is to eliminate any of those many-to-many lines, because, as I said, many-to-many relationship does not exist in reality, and this is our last stop before we open up a tool and start building the database in reality. So I'm hitting delete on the keyboard and blowing that away, and now I've got a nice physical model with all three relationships represented through the placement of primary and foreign keys.